Addressing sleep problems is a good initial focus for symptom management because treating sleep can both improve quality of life and reduce other symptoms. Sleep management plans usually include a combination of strategies from three categories. The first is sleep habits and environment, and that's the subject of this video. The other two are medications and the treatment of sleep disorders, and those are discussed in the next video. Before talking about how to improve sleep, let me say that poor sleep is an almost universal problem for people with CFS and fibro. Sleep problems include difficulty falling asleep, frequent awakenings, having trouble falling asleep until the early morning hours, called phase shifting, oversleeping, sleeping more than 10 hours, having vivid dreams, feeling exhausted but with the mind racing, that's often called tired but wired, periodic leg movements, and fatigue, achiness, and mental fogginess for 1 to 2 hours after rising in the morning, and that's called dysania, D-Y-S-A-N-I-A. Perhaps most important, regardless of the number of hours slept, sleep for people with CFS and fibro is usually not restorative, meaning that people wake up tired rather than refreshed. By the way, even healthy people who are sleep deprived experience fatigue, cognitive difficulties, irritability, and muscle aches. In this video, we'll look at how you might improve your sleep by changing your habits and sleep environment, what is often called sleep hygiene. We'll discuss 9 ways to do that. I suggest that you pick and choose the strategies that address your problems, working on 1 or 2 strategies at a time. The first is sleep environment. Provide yourself with an environment conducive to good sleep by using a good mattress and by exercising control over light, noise, and temperature. Noise includes snoring by your sleep partner. A solution to snoring problems used by many people in our program is to sleep in separate bedrooms. Second, establish a sleep routine. Prepare for sleep by having a wind-down period, gradually reducing your activity level in the several hours before bedtime, and by having a regular routine you go through each night so that you have a consistent bedtime. Your routine might include getting off the computer and turning off the TV at a certain hour. In my case, that was 9 p.m. Taking a bath, that was also common for me. Brushing your teeth and reading. These habits can help you get ready psychologically for sleep. Third, get up at the same time. If you're going to bed later and later, setting an alarm so that you can get up at the same time each day can help you adjust gradually back to more normal hours. You may not need to compensate by changing your bedtime to an earlier hour. Your body usually can adjust itself. Fourth, limit daytime napping. Often, daytime napping interferes with nighttime sleep. If you nap during the day and find that you have trouble falling asleep, or your sleep is worse than usual when you nap, you might consider sleeping only at night. On the other hand, if napping does not disturb your nighttime sleep, you may need more rest. Fifth, use relaxation and distraction. If you have difficulty falling asleep, consider listening to quiet music or distracting yourself in some other way, such as by counting or watching your breath. Sixth, use pacing. Being too active during the day or being too active in the early evening can create a sense of restlessness called feeling tired but wired. Keeping activity within limits and having a winding down period before going to bed are the antidotes. Seventh, control stress and worry. Stress often leads to muscle tension, which makes falling asleep more difficult. Practicing relaxation methods can help you ease tense muscles. Try relaxation procedures, prayer, meditation, listening to music, or soaking in a tub before going to bed. If you have difficulty falling asleep because you're preoccupied with problems, consider setting aside a worry time each night before you go to bed. Write down all your worries and what you'll do about them. If worries come up as you're trying to go to sleep, tell yourself, I've dealt with that. I don't have to worry because I know what I'm going to do tomorrow. Alternatively, you can make an appointment with yourself to deal with the issues the next day. Then if you worry, you can tell yourself, I set aside time to deal with that tomorrow. Eighth, avoid caffeine, alcohol, and tobacco. Consuming too much caffeine, drinking alcohol, and smoking can make getting good rest more difficult. Avoid products with caffeine for several hours before going to bed. They include coffee, tea, soft drinks, and chocolate. Avoid alcohol before bedtime. It can create restless and uneven sleep. And the nicotine in tobacco is a stimulant, thus smoking makes it more difficult to fall asleep. And ninth, a couple of words about medications. Some sleep medications that are effective when used occasionally can produce poor sleep if used frequently. Also, some drugs produce side effects, like a feeling of grogginess in the morning. Medications taken for other problems may interfere with sleep if they contain substances like caffeine. So the last strategy is to check your medication. So there are 9 ideas for improving sleep environment and sleep habits, and the next video will talk about sleep medications and treating sleep disorders.